This is an SOS from Ryan Burl, or Ryan of the Family Burl. I'm stuck in some strange dimension. I have amnesia. I don't know how I got here. It's incredibly hostile. All of the people with guns and money and public support are incredibly violent and bent on poisoning every facet of the society. I can't tell the good guys from the bad guys. There only seems like there's less bad guys, less bad less hyphen bad entities versus more bad entities. um, Things seem like they might be starting to change, but I'm not really sure. All I know is that people want to imprison me for having a protective tool with me that you guys call a gun or a firearm, and for having plant resins and dried plant materials that you guys call cannabis. Yes, marijuana. Um, I don't think I violated anyone. There might be a few holes I need to patch in some buildings somewhere. Um, I'd be happy to do that, remedy that, but beyond that, I don't think I violated anyone. At least not that can recall. And if I have, I would really like a chance to make it up to them because I don't live my life that way. Try to try not to violate people. Um, Anyways, I'm gonna have to probably flee for my to maintain my freedom. I'm gonna consider myself a refugee, and um, there's not really anyone I can completely trust. There's some people on this in this place that love me, um, my family, and some friends, but I don't know any of them who really have a solid grasp on the fundamental nature of what's going on in this dimension and how to navigate it. Um, Everyone seems to be hypnotized and brainwashed into these really weird belief systems that cause them to poison themselves, the planet, and kill each other through this concept they call taxation. It's really bizarre. They pay money yearly and monthly into this creature they call the government, which is a lifeless corpse energized by the population, the human population, or whatever these creatures are, of the U.S. And um, so they pay this money in, and then the government takes and turns it into chemicals and bombs, and then bombs um, children who aren't old enough to even conceptualize how to do a bad thing to other people, let alone know what a U.S. government is or a U.S. citizen is and could want to assault you or attack you. I can't get on board with that. I'm not sure how all of you people in society can get on board with that and just pay your taxes in each year and watch the news reports come in about dead everything, all kinds of poisoning all the water, killing children and non-combatant peoples with bombs, and just permitting. I don't know. There appears to be some sort of child sex abuse sacrifice network or something rampant in commerce, so-called government, and charities and Hollywood, as well as the armed forces. I can't confirm that. I haven't literally seen anyone molest or rape any children, so that's up in the air. That might all be a farce. But I can tell you that all the water is poisoned, all the air is poisoned, all the food's poisoned, and I'm not really seeing any significant end in sight. I see a lot of gabbing and gum flapping. I don't see any actual stopping. Anyway, I don't know if I'm in a matrix or if I'm in some sort of game or if there's aliens and I'm the experiment or If the rest of you are actors or not, honestly, my best guess is that I'm in hell because that's what it feels like. Feels like this dimension is designed to take any sanity or joy that you have and destroy it. Um, this isn't an SOS. Like I'm attached to life. This is an SOS like I have 4 dogs that depend on me for not having their parts chopped off and then injected with poisons and then fed poisons the rest of their life. Even though they'd probably be treated okay or treated even well otherwise. Um, I don't. This is an SOS like I wish I could find a family for all of these puppies who would feed them raw and would look after them and give them forever homes and love them like family and not lock them in crates and not chop off their balls and inject them with poisons and feed them poison. And then I wish somebody would put a bullet in my head after that because I want out of this dimension. I don't want to be here with any of you. I think you're a disgusting species. And I think that other than maybe a few glimmers of actually competent and empathetic enough to not be pieces of garbage, other than that, you're all various forms of psychopath and either less hyphen bad or worse. The best people I know are still chopping their babies' foreskins off and tolerating drone strikes and not giving a fuck about animal sacrifice that you call lab studies, where you have to, in order to prove the results of the lab study, you have to cut the animal's head open while they're still alive and inspect their brain. Vivisection, that's a concept. Are you fucking psychotic? What is wrong with you people? CAFOs, confined animal. Hey, get over here, Indigo. Go lay down. There's no nose. Be nice to your brother. Confined animal feeding operations exist. That's a real thing too. You really lock hogs in farrowing crates and use forklifts to get disgustingly ill and abused cattle to the feed chute, or I'm sorry, to the butcher chute. You really feed chickens arsenic and lock them in dungeon-esque dark houses where they're so morbidly obese that their legs are breaking out from underneath of them. You feed them chemicals and synthetics and methionine and oh, it's just a protein. Okay. Whatever. I just look around on your stupid, nasty fucking planet and creation for all the disgusting forms of just. Oh, are you all Satanists? I have no idea. I don't know. But here's what I want out of life: either death. I want to leave this plane. I'm okay with oblivion. I don't want to be on this planet. I don't want to be around anyone. I don't want to be anywhere. Non-cognizance of existence is fine. If not that, then all I need is sunlight, water, plants, animals, soil, air to breathe, and just enough space to move around and collect my food and food for my dogs. That's my second choice. Third choice is a bullet in the head again. I cannot live in your world. I don't need your technologies. I don't need your drugs, your medicines, your alcohols, your disgusting foods, your asshole social mores that I'm like too autistic to navigate or don't understand, but I can't be fake and I'm not interested in bullshitting with people. I don't want to be in a world of synthetics and chemicals where every body of water is polluted to the point that the fish are ill and dying and disgusting, and the janitor creatures like algae and seaweeds and planktons and cyanobacteria are constantly in overdrive because they're constantly trying to detox just crude oil and Corexit and glyphosate and all this nasty shit. I don't know what I'm in. I don't know how I got here. I don't know what kind of entity doesn't tell its children. So I'm talking about God, or whatever you want to call the hyper-intelligence that's orchestrating this whole shindig. I don't know what kind of creature does this to their children, gives them amnesia and drops them into this hellhole. I don't know if I did something wrong to be here on your planet or in this realm. I don't know what we're in. I don't know if it's a globe, if it's flat, if it's a holodeck, if it's a prism, it's a triangle, pyramid. I have no idea. I don't really care because I want out of it and off of it and to be done with it. But I'm not interested in games anymore. If my freedom is assaulted as a refugee, I claim infinite right of self-defense, even to the point where I have to take the life of your enforcers, your goons. Okay? Because there's no one in the state of Minnesota who has privately accused me in the courts of doing anything. You only have a couple police, a state attorney or a county attorney, and a judge involved. That's all. You don't have any private citizens. I've not raped anybody. I've not molested anyone. I've not killed anyone. I've not stolen anything. There might be some damaged property out there for good reasons. I don't regret doing it. I regret that I felt compelled to do it. But they're probably able to be patched with spackle. So I'm not going to like that and a little bit of stucco or something. Like I'm not, I'll fix that or I'll pay for that economically, but I'm not, that's nothing, okay? The circumstances that led up to that were complete BS, and you guys know who you are that orchestrated it. I don't know who put all of the photos and imagery and art of Gretchen in that situation, of a redheaded entity that looks like her all over my social media, my world, everywhere. But that was the wrong course of action. That was not a good way to lure me down to where you. Anyway, doesn't matter. But I've not harmed anyone's physicality, not harmed any women, children, men, elderly, anyone, nobody. Okay? Or if they are, come forward and I'll fix it. My last landlord might have like a somewhere between a $50 and $200 dispute with me. I can deal with that. That's fine. I think I'm in the right, but if that's something, I'll pay that cleaning. But you got to pay for all the energy that I took me to look after the dishwasher when you wouldn't fix it for a fucking who knows how long. Anyways, now we're getting off in the weeds. So don't know where I am. Don't know where I came from. Don't know how I got here. Don't know why I'm here. I have some suspicions on that one, but they could all be collapsed into game theory. Somebody's gaming me. I don't like being gamed. I don't like games. I don't like board games. I barely like playing sports. I don't like bar games. I don't like party games. I don't like video games, computer games, sim games, head games, heart games. I don't have time for games. Okay? I want off this place.